Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome to The Last Door Collector's Edition Episode 2. So I'm just going to go right on into it. Now, it's been a few years since I've actually played this game. I recently played Episode 1, as you know, in the previous episode. But I did play Episode 2 as well, but I never finished it. But I have a vague memory of what to essentially do, but I never got to the end. Previously on The Last Door, yeah, we arrive here. Devitt faces perils in the house and finally finds the dead body of his friend who committed suicide. Anthony's final letter warns Devitt of an unknown danger and asks him to remember his past by going back to the boarding school they both attended years back. Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Thy kingdom come. Oh. I'll click on this. Give us each day our daily bread. Oh. Forgive us our sins for ourselves and forgive our something. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Oh. Oh, that's creepy as fuck. Oh, wow. I mean, I vaguely remember this, but now tell me, where are you? What do you see? I think he's having a dream right now. He's having a dream. I don't know why the forest. Obviously, it's creepy as hell. Oh. Who is it? Who is it? Is it Anthony? Answer me. I don't think he's going to answer, bud. Oh, okay. Oh. Looks like she's cradling a baby. What's going on? Get close to her. Get close to Anna. Anna was Anthony's wife, who died of an illness. Now she's gone. When you count to 3, you'll wake up. 1, 2. I think something bad's about to happen. Oh, shit. 3. Now wake up. Wake up. You can rest now, Mr. Devitt. That will be enough today. Are you serious? Are these sessions really necessary? I am confident that your best course of treatment for your symptoms. Now, did you ever see him again? I saw it. What did you see? Can you describe it? It looked like an eye. It was an eye, perfectly round and dark, deep and empty, accompanied by the horrifying, pain-filled screams. I've ever heard inside a complete darkness where an evil dwells deep below. A forgotten fear for human reasoning, but undoubtedly still rests deep inside our being, in case the fear is already awoken. Wow, that is a mouthful. I understand that you are disturbed, Mr. DeWitt. With your permission, I would like to consult you on consult your case with a colleague of mine, a man I've known for many years who is more versed in modern philosophical practices. I think his knowledge and experience would be very helpful in establishing us to your condition. If you think it would help, Doctor, I give it in your hands. The agony grows intensely unbearable, and if you believe this man can help, then I will welcome his aid. Thank you, Dr. Wakefield. I bid you a good evening. Anthony, my friend, what really happened to you? How could you let your wife Anna die so awfully? These doubts consume my soul. I hardly remember the time we spent together as schoolmates. I confess that beyond your enduring friendship, I can recall little of those years. Were your words a result of an increasingly loss of insanity, or your letter you wrote that someone awaits for me? A warning to ward me from a genuine danger, or merely the ravelings of a brilliant-minded aided by insanity? Something stirs uneasily within my heart. I will not rest easily again until I go back to that boarding school and find out what secrets may lie within. Farewell, Mr. and Mrs. Beechwood. Rest now in peace. Oh, I got goosebumps from that. Staring at a window, waiting. I think he's travelling, like he's staying at different places. Oh, okay, looks like he made it to the boarding school. I mean, I knew that already. It has been a few years since I played this game, but I do vaguely remember what it is. The boarding school is some kind of hospital now. An old, damaged mailbox. I feel like there was something important, a postcard inside the mailbox. Dear Matthew, it's been several months and I still have not heard no news from you. My brother insists that you have abandoned me, but I am sure you will remain true. I know you would never do that to me for your heart and your honesty in your eyes. I've got this address from a hospital in London and pray that it reaches you safely. If that's the case, I want you to know I'll always be waiting for you. Forever yours, Juliet Halloway. Huh. It's a fountain. The angel Gabriel, the school's emblem. I remember it being very pristine, but it looks neglected and dirty now. Something on the ground here. A stone eagle appears to have broken from the fountain. Oh, okay, mine then. Pretty sure we just go straight on in. We talk to this sister. Pardon me, excuse me, sister. Good evening, sister. Good evening. I'm Mother Elizabeth. What brings you here, Mr. Devitt? I'm a former student of this boarding school. As you can see, Mr. Devitt, this stopped being an academic institution a long time ago and is now exclusively dedicated to prayer, and it will be and the well-being of the patients under our care. I see. Even so, may I please speak to Mr. Devitt? I'm afraid that we're too busy to start wasting time talking about past issues. In addition, there is little to say. We sisters arrived at the boarding school after the boarding school had closed down. Everybody but Monsieur, of course. Monsieur? Exactly. But you didn't answer my question. Why have you come to this place, Mr. Devitt? I prefer not to talk about it. I feel like that's the right one. To be honest, I prefer not to talk about it. I couldn't tell you why this place is important to me, but it is a lot. Well, I appreciate your honesty, Mr. Devitt. I'll allow you to stay around here. I just hope I don't regret my decision. Oh, thank you. I'm pretty sure... Oh, he's going to hang up his stuff now. Pretty sure we can't go through this door. Mr. Devitt, these rooms are private. Okay, I'm going to go this way, I guess. Juliet? Hey, that's the girl's name from the postcard. Doctor? I'm sorry, I'm not a doctor. Pay him no mind. He's been delirious for some days. I'm Miss Mary Vintage, and this is my brother, Matthew. Juliet, cough. Why have you left me? Why don't you answer my letters? Cough. My letters. You see, the poor man is still obsessed with his fiancée. He won't accept that she left him months ago. My poor Matthew. I'm very sorry, Miss Vintage. I hope he recovers. Thank you. Among the Among the baggage, I can see a packet of letters bound by twine. She's been taking these letters. I've got to give him this postcard. Where are you? Mr. Vintage, I believe this addresses to you. Oh, thank you. Leave it with me. If you'd be so kind. As you can see, my brother is too weak to read it. Well, Matthew, let's see what's written to you. Oh, it's a letter from our mother. Dear Matthew, I hope you are recovering. I wish that your beloved sister and you come back home soon. She's lying to him. Can I click on this now? Oh. We've got a bundle of letters. I'm going to give him the letters. My letters. All the letters I wrote to Juliet. You never posted them? But why, Mary? Why would you do such a thing? Cough. How could you be so cruel? I had to do it, Matthew. You refused to see how inappropriate a match she is for you. Her only interest is marrying someone of your status, of your family's status. It was for your sake I did this. I did it to protect you from that woman's treachery. No, you only thought about yourself, of your vanity. I can't bear to look upon you anymore, Mary. Leave me from this day forth. You are no sister of mine. You dare banish me, I who have stayed by your side all through your illness? Very well, Matthew. I'll leave you your way. I will leave you, then you will see how very alone you are. Farewell, brother. My lucky coin, I hope it serves you better than it served me. Okay, he gave us a coin. Are you alright, madame? There was a rhythmic sound like a breathing. What do you mean? Last night I felt an increasing pressure on my temples. Something dry and rough like tree bark brushed against my leg, and I saw something on the wall like a growing shadow. I lit the lamp and there was nothing there. I'm sure it was just a nightmare, madam. There's just a sick kid there, I think. He's asleep. Please, somebody pity. I'm sorry you cannot be here. Is there some way I can help? Don't worry about it, sir. The Lord looks after each and every one of our patients. He will provide you with all the help you need. If you wish, you can pray here next to the statue of the Lord of Our Lady. Don't you think she's beautiful? The Virgin listens to those in need. The gloomy statue of the Virgin Mary makes this place even more mournful, if possible. Oh, this is the old classroom. I remember we used to keep textbooks here, and now there's a music box. Okay, music box. Do we use the coin in the music box? We do. All right. So we use the music box. Okay. Dear brother, I have received your letter and I'll try to write more frequently. I hope you are studying a lot and feel comfortable there. We miss you a lot. When are you coming back? Father is in bed with a fever and I do not feel very well, but I am on medication. Today is my birthday and I'm feeling blue. It is a quiet and boring Sunday at the village. Mum is going to cook a lemon cake, those Grandma used to make. I wish we could eat it together. Right back soon. I'm looking forward to knowing how you are doing. What are you learning? How is Scotland? And so on. A big hug. I think about you a lot. Your dear sister. Another one there. January 15th, 1876. Father Ernest seemed unusually troubled today. Several times he paused abruptly in the middle of his lecture for no reason, even during his favourite class, theology. Okay, this is 3 days later. Today Father Ernest was very irritable. Collins made a comment and was expelled from class for it, and Devitt was admonished just for reading a philosophy book. I hope Father Ernest doesn't turn his eye towards me. My father will be disappointed if I fail to get the good marks. Devitt. That's him. It was very disconcerting to see Father Ernest entering the class so pale and sweaty. In the middle of his lecture, he stumbled and, dazed, he had to sit. Okay, this is January the 22nd, so this is like a week later. Father Eugene taught our theology class today, even though he doesn't know the subject matter as well as Father Ernest. When we asked him what happened to Father Ernest, Father Eugene told us that he had taken ill. What worries me is that Father Eugene is also starting to look unwell. February 20th, so this is like a month later. Oh yeah, it has been a month since we last saw Father Ernest. We are told that he is still sick, but if he is ill, why doesn't a physician come to treat him? My studies are flagging, but I have taken it upon myself to read on my own. I hope this helps as much. I must succeed in spite of the problems happening around us. February 23rd. It was announced this morning that the school is to close. None of us know why, and we cannot get a straight answer from the faculty. They each dodged the question, and I'm starting to think they might not know the answer themselves. Anxiety is pale, though they try to hide it behind a calm face. What about the Father Ernest? I hear he alone is to remain after we vacate the premises. So Father Ernest is staying. Is that the guy from the opening scene? There is a picture in the diary. There is a photograph of the graduating class. I see myself, Father Ernest, and Anthony, but I do not remember the rest of the others. One of the faces has been completely scratched out. We're all standing in front of the statue too. I don't think there's anything else in here. There is an odd sentence written on the board. In death there is hope. In death there is life. We must seek the true nature to understand the nothing. It looks like it's been here for years. The chalk has faded in some places. Okay, so he was in the class, and he was in the final class. Once they graduated, that was it. The school closed down. You can go out here. I've unlocked it. Okay, so now we've got a shortcut to outside. Good evening. I hope you're right and turns out indeed to be a good evening. My name is Devitt. I didn't know there was a graveyard here. My pleasure, Mr. Devitt. I am Frank Baldwin. Do not ask me why the Monsieur specifically ordered to bury the corpses here. Why did he order to bury the corpses here? I do not understand. What is there to understand, Mr. Devitt? God has forsaken this place. Excuse the interruption, Mr. Baldwin. I leave it to your work. Have a nice day. We can go down here. I think this is a beach or something. It is a beach. An old piece of fishing net. I'm going to pick this up. Something here. Many years adrift have perfectly smoothed this float him into a small log. A lost pilgrim. A sea stack older students at the school used to climb. Somewhere up there are my initials. That's pretty cool. So we've got a log in the net. I remembered them, but I don't know why I needed them. I'm going to head upstairs now. At least I think we can go upstairs. I'm not 100% sure. Yes, we can. Alright, just going to go on the first door here. Oh, there's a nun. Good evening, sister. Sister? All this suffering, all these tears, all our prayers unanswered. What do you mean, sister? All these years entrusted to the Lord, praying, looking for a sign, for someone who can give me strength. Every day I hear them cry, pray, scream and die. And what for? Where are you, Lord? Why don't you answer me? Maybe there is no Lord? What should we do then? What is the purpose of living? We can not go on like this. Excuse me, sir. I feel like... Oh, what a beautiful melody. It reminds me of my youth when I was vibrant and full of purpose. I knew my path then. May God bless you. You have given me the sight I was looking for. You can now look out the window. It's quite lovely here. A lot of dry leaves have accomplished in a hole and a rusty pipe, which is blocking the water system. We got to take out the leaves. Okay. The hole was very sharp and rusted edges. If I tried to put my hand in, I could cut myself. I think we bash it in with a stone ornament. That seemed to work. And then I think we can put the net in there. It should catch whatever goes down the pipe. What's this on the desk? A syringe next to a flask labelled that reads morphine. Oh, that shit's pretty hardcore. A humble bed. On the upper shelf is an antique cupboard with a well-worn Bible and rosary beads, covered in dust. Another tapestry. Though I remember from my school days, the student dormitory was here. So there's a door behind this tapestry. I think this is the shower. This is the shower, and there's something here. Oh, and that goes down, and then the net catches it. Now I remember. And there's something about this mirror too. There's a piece sticking out, and we've got a better mirror. Do we combine it with the log? The mirror is too thick to pin in the wood. It also seems fragile. I could break it if I try to force it. Okay, so we don't there. Maybe we have to glue it on or something. We need to create a knife or something to cut down that tapestry. The net has caught a shiny object. Teardrop. What the hell's that? It's a glass tear, probably belonging to a piece of jewelry. I think it goes in that statue downstairs. That statue of the Virgin Mary. Wait, there's something I want to do. I'll come back for it. Virgin seems fits perfectly. The eye, fluorescent, looks real. If only I could make it shine. Well, we've got the mirror. Oh, our mother is crying. Oh my Lord, what does this mean? What have I done? What have we done? I can talk to him now. You must help, Cough. What can I do? What's wrong with you? There is little time. I tell them about my pain. I describe an unbearable, endless pain, but they do not listen. They pass me by without even looking at me. They say that they are praying for me, but that does not cure my ailment. But sir, I know, but I beseech you, you'll be saving me from this horrible torture. I'll be eternally indebted to you. I will. However, this is difficult for me to do. I understand that your request is terribly hard. I understand that the magnitude of what I'm asking for. God bless you, sir. But the nun's trying to amount of morphine so I can be embraced by the deepest of my dreams, and in the way I can stop the rhythm of my heart. He wants us to kill him with morphine, and I know where the morphine is. Upstairs in this door. Can we try to talk to her? She's praying. We can't talk to her, but we can take the morphine. She's gone. There's a note on the bed. What does the note read? Baldwin lies, Baldwin lies, Baldwin lies. Oh, shit. Is he in the coffin? What in heaven? I cannot open the door. Is he in the coffin? Right, a grave resin. Are they burying people alive? What the fuck? Now, I'm pretty sure we have to go down here, and the nun... It's got something to do with it. Nun? What the hell? A nun's habit and a walking stick. There is no doubt they belong to the nun. I spoke to by the window. Where did she go? She walked into the ocean. She drowned. That's fucked up. Oh, I got shivers when I saw that. She drowned herself. Okay, we got to pry this thing open. I don't think I've got anything that can pry it open, but we'll have to find that Mr. Baldwin or something. Oh, hello. There's a toolbox. We can get something to pry it open. Tell me about the Monsieur. I cannot say after all these years. I have never seen the man. Who knows? Maybe he doesn't exist. I'll let you get back to your work. Nice evening. Looks like a toolbox. I wonder if there's something useful in it. I might be able to take a look if I can keep him distracted. Tell me about this place. Well, the construction of this building was ordered by a official bishop of Alderween in 1805. Tell me about Alderween. It's a place where I was born, one of the biggest cities in Scotland. Highest point in the city. Oh, you seem a bit distracted, Mr. Devitt. Oh, don't worry about it. She is pretty strict, but I can tell you that much, Mr. Devitt. Do not think that she likes me very much either. I'll let you get back to your work. Okay, I've never made it past this part. I don't know what's going on whatsoever. Oh, it looks like a woman. Oh, fuck. The darkness of his eye. She was alive. This body is putrid. And the look of sheer terror on his eyes. Oh my God. But what has... That's the sister. Mother Elizabeth is trying to make him come to his senses. So he was put in there alive. That was a guy who was out there. Oh yeah, you better run. Now that she's... Is there anything on the table that we can take? The paperwork of Mother Elizabeth was working. A large, bright, and ornate key. The door is locked. I have no idea what to expect. Oh. He's revert to a younger version of himself. Don't look into his eyes. Because the deepest, darkest dwells in his eyes. I think this is the room where that priest was whipping himself. It is the room, but come in, my son. Do you think you could hide those books from me? They are just classic philosophy books, Father. Plato and Aristotle. Silence. Instruments of falsehood, you mean. Fallacies coming from the snake. Now, son, get on your knees and raise your arms. Apologize to the Lord. Pray to the Lord. Oh, okay, so this guy really didn't like the concept of philosophy whatsoever. It is Latin. Malus in se, evil in itself. A strange-eyed symbol. That window, the windows are cracking. Look like there's blood on them. Strange-eyed shaped symbol. Eye of the bird. What does that mean? Oh, there's blood coming out. There's birds are flying into the windows. So this is where the priest has been whipping himself. Lord, your eyes burn me. I don't deserve mercy, nor forgiveness. O Lord, have mercy on my soul. Who are you sending me? Is death to whom you are handing me over? Has my hourglass already run out of sand? Father Ernest. This was the guy who really didn't like philosophy. Ernest. It's been many years. I've last heard that name since... Oh, I see. Father, I'm here to remember. You have to help me, I beg you. I'm here to be able to remember. Pledis. Ectrata petitus. Praying terminal. Extended past times brings us just misfortune and pain. Father Ernest, I was one of your students. One of my old students, you say? It's only the Lord who teaches us. We must follow his ordinances and disciplines. Get closer, my son. Come pray to me. Come pray next to me. A makeshift altar is coated in a dense layer of wax. The candles have almost burnt out and barely illuminate the room. He is a large burn covered his eyes and is completely blind. He has a large burn mark covering his eyes. He is completely blind. Despite his destitute, extreme thinness and paleness, I can still recognize Father Ernest, but he seems far away in another world. Glory to the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, and now it shall ever be. Now, my son, tell the Lord which one is the voice, the sharp sword, the wise quilt, or the delicate petal. The wise quill? No, no, no. You are enveloped by sin. And now, my son, tell the Lord which one holy path, the wise virtue, the endless blame, or the blessed presence. I'm gonna go with the blessed one. No, no, no. Your soul lives embraced by the darkness. Crucifixes are falling down. And now, my son, tell the Lord who you are. Who are you? The faceless pilgrim, the gate guard, or the lost seaman? Lost seaman? Yes, yes, that's it, my son. We have lost in an endless ocean of sin and blame. Now, leave me alone. I have to purify my soul. Well, that was fucked up. Forgive. He doesn't know. Forgive me. He doesn't know I'm here. I know you are there. You didn't hear me. Get out of my room. Despite being blind, his perseverance is very good. I must be careful when I'm moving. Do we have to move little by little? I'll try moving little by little. I have to wait. When he moves, I have to stop. An old razor blade stained with blood. Gotta wait till he turns around. He's looking at me. The eyes watch me. A creepy image of Christ crucified, impaled, and his dark cloth covering his head. I forgot to grab the actual razor blade. God in heaven, I feel for you. Your light is in my eyes. I will burn them for you. In God in heaven, I feel myself in you. Your eyes are in my soul. I will burn them. God in heaven, your sword is in my hands. I will burn them for you. Dear God in heaven, I hate myself in you. In you, my blame is in your heart. I will burn myself for you. So he's been burning himself intentionally. Got the bloody razor blade. Oh, he's been cutting himself. Log and the razor blade using into the handle. Oh, okay. I got a cutting tool. Now I can use it on the tapestry. Well, that was completely and utterly fucked up. Cutting tool. The door material. Hey chaps, how's it going? And finally, our expert on philosophy, Jeremiah Devitt, shows up. Where were you, my friend? We've been looking for you. Oh, he just got back from getting whipped. Well, I was saying tonight, is the perfect moment for our next meeting, but I suspect that someone outside our group is secretly surveilling us. Who is it, Anthony? My dear friends, it is the Professor Gallum. Do you mean Father Ernest? Certainly, no doubt about it. Therefore, dear colleagues, I have decided to change the venue for tonight. Tonight's meeting, have you noticed the lounge behind a small door of the classroom? Have you noticed the lounge behind the small door of the classroom? I have believed consignment to borrow the key for our necessities. You already know at 12 o'clock you will find that the door is opened and I'll be inside the lounge. That is it, my dearest colleagues. Veni nas quater sweat. So they were having philosophy meetings. I remembered that in this furniture we used to keep some of our personal belongings, but now it's empty. The walls are complete disarray. I could probably punch through it if I tried. I remember that this bed and this is the bed where I used to sleep when I was a student here. Huh, he's going to sleep. And Mr. Rabbit was jumping through the forest in a warm spring afternoon. Oh fuck, what's going on out there? When going through a brush, Mr. Rabbit ran into Mr. Wolf, Mr. Vulture and Mrs. Snake, who were having a heated argument. Mr. Rabbit, curious, asked them, "Dearest, why are you arguing in this beautiful and cheerful spring afternoon?" Mr. Wolf answered politely, "We are trying to decide who of us will have the pleasure to eat you up." Fighting over the rabbit. Mr. Rabbit, really scared, said, "But I do not want to be eaten. I wish to live." Oh, there's blood. There's blood everywhere. What the fuck? To which Miss Snake answered, smiling, "That is impossible to happen, Mr. Rabbit, since we all both, you and us, are going to die sooner or later. Don't you think so?" What's that over there? Mr. Vulture added, "Miss Snake is right. We should stick to the issue at hand. It is getting late, and you see, we do not agree. Do you want to help us decide, Mr. Rabbit? Who would you suggest at the one to eat you?" Something in the window there. I think there are people looking at me. After thinking about it for a while, Mr. Rabbit came up with an idea and carefully said, "I got it. Why not to organize a race? At first, who arrives at the forest clearing will have the privilege to eat me. No doubt Mr. Wolf can run at high speed, but Miss Vulture can go flying and avoid any obstacles. And I'm sure that Miss Snake knows the shortcuts within the forest. What do you think?" We're heading to the classroom. This is where it's taking us. It's taking us to the class. Oh fuck. Oh, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. There's people just standing there, they're looking at me. The 3 participators agreed that it was fair, so they started a race and quickly disappeared. Oh shit. Mr. Rabbit, happy to trick them, started running at high speed in the opposite direction of the predators, who were eager to prove their worth, didn't realize the trick. So there was a lounge at the end of the classroom. Mr. Rabbit was far away from there, and he finally left safe, happily and proud of his cunning. But suddenly there was a loud bang. The earth shook. Frightened birds flew everywhere, and everything went dark. Oh fuck! They're just looking at me. This is... Oh fuck. Love. There is something I kept to myself for a long time, and this is that I love you, and I've always loved you. Since the first time I saw you, since the first time I felt your frozen hands. Each time I move away from you, I miss your gaze, your empty dead eyes. I miss your rough hair and your greyish skin and your stench. But our love just cannot be. It is an impossible love. The end. No, not again. How long have I been sleeping? What was that about? In the nightmare, I found a place in my memories. Dusty mirror. That was fucked up. That was really messed up. I wonder if she's still talking to him. Mother is trying to make him come to his senses. So it was like here, under here. In my disturbing nightmare, I was brought to this spot. Sorry, my nightmare. It's open. From there shouts a horrible stench. Is there something down here? From here sprouts a horrible stench. Is there something down here? Oh, there's bodies. Did you see? It was there, just in front of me. That thing. It was screaming. There's bodies. What the fuck? He shakes uncontrollably. His body racked with pain, and there was only one way to end his suffering. The stench used by the stretchers used to carry the corpses here. Who's behind this? A decayed corpse of a young woman. It seems as if she has been devoured by an animal. It's got to be that priest. The walls are sprouted with dried blood. Punctual as always, Devitt. Now all that remains is to introduce our guest. You may come in now, Professor. Father Ernest. Don't worry, my friend. I invited him to join us this evening. The professor generally shares our curiosity, and who better to complete our group than one of the most renowned theologians? Moreover, we mustn't ban those who are willing to explore behind the veil. The moment we have long waited for now has arrived. Please, all of you, take your seat and we shall begin the procedure. Soon shall the door be open and they may finally see what lies beyond. Now I ask you to close your eyes. You will feel a momentary prick as I inject you with the serum. What serum? Even after all these years, I have not forgotten your voice. Your voice. You are the fourth witness. I remember what happened. What is that we saw? The eye of the bird. Malcolm in C. What happened to us? What is it that we witnessed? You must tell me. You must make me understand what my mind cannot fathom. It was our curiosity that damned us. We opened that which should not be opened. In doing so, we shorn the veil that separated our world from his. In seeing the vision, we were ourselves seen by the eye of the bird. It remembers us. It looks for us. It calls us from its dark nest, from its ample lair. All these years I have attempted to return it, but I have no strength left. These poor, wretched creatures, too frail, they lack the sight to return. None of them has. Only us, the four witnesses. So they injected themselves with some kind of serum, and they were able to see essentially into hell. And the priest is experimenting on people, the patients in this hospital, trying to get them to see too, and then bring them back, but they're not coming back. Who are the other two? Where are they? They disappeared, as you did. I haven't heard from any. I haven't heard any of you, but I was seized by curiosity and absolute with my faith, and determined me of my sanity. O Lord, forgive me for what I have sinned. Nothing remains. All that is left is surrender. Surrender to him. Bravely I have sinned, and now our only absolution is to burn in the flames. Oh, Malcolm in C. Oh, fuck! It was the caretaker. Maybe the caretaker is doing something. Oh. He hit me with a fucking hammer. I mean, he buried that guy alive. He's burying me. I thought the game had glitched. No. I'm in the coffin. He's buried me alive. Episode 3. Wow. Okay. Wow. Damn. Okay. Oh, wow. That was an incredible little adventure, and I can't wait to play episode 3. So, yeah. I'm Steamtown Gamer, and thanks for watching.